Hi guys, it's Michelle, and today's video is going to be another unsolved mystery video. I find these super interesting and super sad, obviously, because I hate that they're unsolved and probably will remain so forever. But like I said, they are really interesting and you guys really like these videos, so let's get into it. The first unsolved mystery is something super strange and just really crazy in general, and it occurred in 2014 when a student got into a taxi cab in Fiji. And this student discovered a cell phone in the cab and decided to look at the videos on it. On the phone, the student found a really eerie 10-minute video of the murders of 4 men. So essentially what was happening in the video is that 4 men were in the middle of the ocean clinging onto shipwreckage, surrounded by 4 other large boats, and a round of at least 40 shots were being fired at them. So these shots were being fired at the victims while an unidentified voice was yelling, "Shoot, shoot, shoot," in Mandarin. The student posted the video onto YouTube, and it's obviously a super gruesome video. It gets even weirder because no one knows any information about any of the people that were on the boat or anything that could have happened. Authorities ruled out the idea that the video could be a hoax, and they knew that this really did happen. However, they truly didn't know what happened because the bodies were never found. Obviously, this was in the middle of the ocean, so it can be assumed that their bodies just sunk, which is obviously so sad and heartbreaking that that would even happen. But we have no idea or no way to find out who these people could possibly be. What's really weird is there was never any official report of the incident in general or anything like this incident anywhere at all. So no one really knows what could have happened or when it happened or anything about this entire thing besides what we see in the video. The actual shooters were never identified, which it doesn't really make sense because in the video they actually turned the camera around on them for several minutes and you can clearly see their faces. So it's pretty weird that they were never identified. The authorities of Fiji did nothing about this case because it was never filed, so they really did not want any part in it, and they don't want anything to do with it in general. So they haven't done anything to try to figure out who these guys were that were shooting these people, who the people were that died, or pretty much any information on the case whatsoever, which is why it remains unsolved. And it will probably do so for the rest of time, which is super sad and just really weird because what the hell could have been going on? It's thought that they could have been pirates that messed with the wrong kind of people, but we will never actually know. Next unsolved mystery occurred in 2014 as well, when a family bought a Westfield, New Jersey home. So they were pretty much ready to move into this home until they began receiving really menacing letters from someone who identified themselves as the Watcher, which already sounds friggin' terrifying. So this Watcher pretty much claimed that he was the rightful owner of this house and that the house, quote, has been the subject of my family for decades, end quote. In another note, he creepily wrote, quote, all of the windows and doors ... allow me to watch you and track you as you move through the house, end quote. He also said, quote, I watch and wait for the day the young blood will be mine again, end quote. That is freaking terrifying. Like, why? I would just leave like the entire, like maybe the entire country, but like honestly at least I would leave New Jersey. There's no way I would even stay in the state. That's literally so scary, and I don't know, it just really gives me super eerie vibes. But the family was actually like renting the house out to other people. So the renters were who were getting the mail from the Watcher. The family has allegedly been harassed for the past 3 years. However, the authorities have never identified a suspect or any type of person who could have been the Watcher. The owners of the home are suing the previous owners because they strongly believe that the previous owners knew about the Watcher and just didn't say anything. Maybe that's even why they left the house, is because of the creepy notes that were happening to the family, and I can't even imagine, like that would just be so damn terrifying. It's something that I never really want to experience. Previous owners, however, filed a countersuit, so no one really knows what's going to happen or what has been going on, but I doubt that the person will ever be identified, and that's kind of scary. Honestly, maybe it's a theory that the family, like the people who lived in the house, the people who bought the house, sent themselves letters so that they could sue the previous owners. That's pretty interesting, and I never really thought about that till just now, but I don't know. The words "the Watcher" just really creeps me out, and I hate that it's 1 a.m. The next unsolved mystery occurred in September of 2015 in Minnesota when a 32-year-old man named Henry McCabe went out to a nightclub with 2 of his friends. One of Henry's friends, William Kennedy, claims that he dropped him off at a convenience store by a gas station and never saw him again, and that was around 2 a.m. 2 months later, Henry's body was found in a nearby lake about 6 miles away from the gas station that William Kennedy claimed to have dropped him off at. According to Henry's friends, he was super drunk that night, and it was speculated that he possibly just wandered into the lake somehow and accidentally drowned because there was no foul play involved. However, it gets really freaking weird. Henry's wife was actually in California at the time, and she received a call at 2:28 a.m. from her husband. This call was super strange, and she reported hearing bizarre sounds and just creepy things, and her husband claiming that he got shot. She called Henry's brother on a different phone while still on the phone with her husband, and Henry's brother did not answer, so the voicemail of Henry's brother actually picked up the last 2 minutes of the phone call, and it is absolutely bizarre. And here it is.
There are 2 minutes worth of noises. Bizarre ones. The tortured grunts suddenly stop. There is silence. Then someone, either Henry or another person, says, "Stop it."
Sounds are just so damn creepy. It's terrifying, and then you just hear a voice say "stop it." It literally gives me chills. It's so scary. The suspicion quickly moved on to William Kennedy because there was no surveillance tape of William Kennedy dropping off Henry at the gas station that he said that he dropped Henry off at. Not only that, but William also had Henry's keys, which was super suspicious because Henry would need his keys to get back into his house, so that didn't really make any sense either. And Henry's wallet was in the possession of the other friend, but the other friend claimed that he took his wallet because he didn't want him to buy any more drinks. So at this point, we think we potentially have a suspect, or at least 2 suspects for this case. However, everything started to get questionable again once they actually did find a surveillance camera at a different gas station convenience store of William Kennedy actually dropping off Henry. So he wasn't really lying, he just mistakenly named the wrong gas station. So that's pretty crazy because now we have basically no leads or any idea what could have happened to this man. I don't know, and it makes you think. I don't even want to say it because it terrifies me, and I'm not saying I believe in this or whatever, but alien abduction, I don't know, it's the sound really creepy as hell. And also, even though he claimed that he was shot, there was no evidence of any gunshot wounds, so that doesn't really make any sense either. Maybe he really did just drown and he was super drunk. That doesn't really explain the weird sounds. Maybe he was in the water when he called, so like that was the weird sound. Maybe he felt like he was shot because it felt bloody because of the water, but it was really just water, it was never blood. That's kind of an interesting theory. I don't like to think of aliens being abductors. I think they're cool, okay? I don't know, I'm scared, don't abduct me. But I think it's pretty interesting either way. But speaking of alien abduction, we're going to talk about Max Spires, who was a British man who literally studied UFOs and was a conspiracy theorist for a living. Yeah, don't come after me, government and or aliens, because I'm not saying that this is true or that this actually happened. Maybe he actually just died of natural causes. But you know, bye. A few days before his death, Max texted his mother saying, "If anything happens to me, investigate." Which is something a lot of people say, so I feel like it's not that weird. Like Shane Dawson would say that, and like I'll say that, like literally a lot of conspiracy theorists say that. So that's not like even the weird part about this. I don't think like it's that strange. But he was found dead sadly in June of 2016 in Poland, which he was in Poland to speak about conspiracy theories at like some sort of convention. And local authorities say he died of natural causes, like I said earlier, but his mother had doubts that this was true because he was a healthy 39-year-old man. Like that doesn't really typically happen. to someone of that age, but I mean, maybe it did. A lot of people think it has something to do with aliens. More so, people believe it has something to do with the government trying to cover up the fact that his conspiracy theories might have actually been true. And they wanted him to stop speaking, but I don't know, because I don't know how the government could kill someone without, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I don't know. The government could be a lot more powerful than we think, but it could be a little bit weird because, like, the coroner, like, decided that that he died of natural causes. But, I mean, who knows who could have, like, paid him to do that? I don't know. Like I said, not accusing anyone of anything because I really don't know. Either way, it is a tragedy. But those are all the unsolved mysteries that I'm going to be talking about today. If you guys like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comments what you think about these mysteries and what other type of creepy videos you want me to film in the future. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Snapchat, and Instagram because I'm always posting really dope ass shit on there. Subscribe for new videos every single day, and I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!